we were in control.
There's a lot of mind games before the round even starts.
We start winning, then we start winning again.
I know it's like complicated, but yeah. The easy answer is like we thought we'd just beat them now.
And I came in also like expecting it 2-0.
No toxicity or anything, but like.
Hey, can't be the only one that's been thinking this, but how the fuck does our tournament work, bro?
Obviously, there's an end goal. Obviously, you want to reach it.
The MSI is definitely important. Obviously, the points are very important. I mean, it's all about points. The whole point of this whole entire like challenger circuit is just to get points for your for the chance to play on Ascension tournament, right?
But I think like for me, like I think the best way that I can like focus in and like kind of reach that goal is just by taking it like step by step at a time.
I'll be real with you. I'm kind of just playing the games, hoping for the best.
Like focusing on our next game against the next opponent, rather than like being like, oh my god, I made MSI, and then we like letting up kind of a thing.
I never look too far ahead. I think I'm happy as long as I improve. It's not like I only care about improving. Like obviously I want to win, but at the end of the day, like I look to just grow as a player.
For me, in my head, it's a lot like simpler, and I can just focus more of my attention on what like kind of matters at the time, which is my match. When you kind of play on like a lower tier team with like a lot less experience, like kind of how when I played on tier 2 teams, it's not really your strats that win you games. It's kind of just like the pop-up potential of 1 or 2 players that wins you games.
Like they can all shoot back for sure, right? You don't make it this far if you can't shoot back, right?
Individually, they're all insane players, but I think as a team together, they're obviously lacking experience, and because of that, it's just kind of hard for them to like win.
We're all very capable of finding these gaps and being able to punish these like players who are like making a lot more loose and individual plays, and then as a result, we're just like it just gives us an advantage, and we're able to like win the rounds more easily.
It's very hard to consistently win as like an inexperienced team, but like it definitely like, is possible if like your players are shooting back and they're kind of on one.
As long as we play to our game, as long as we don't like do too many rounds, so forth, and we like lock in stuff like that, this shouldn't be like much of a world where we lose.
For TSM, they want to continue to cement themselves higher in the list here for Group B Dust.
Maybe we're on a high because we beat the guard and everything like that, but definitely for sure we thought we would be the more dominant team.
We were kind of confident going through that map.
One flashing light now.
I mean, look at the 2 attackers all the way in the spawn, right?
I'll stick. You guys go.
Wait, window.
Gosh, find you. Going
He's good. He's front B.
Last player standing.
Wow, you just want that, man.
We're outplaying ourselves or like making mistakes ourselves more so than like they're outplaying us kind of a thing.
There's nothing.
It's completely quiet.
As long as we don't get in our heads, start throwing so on and so forth, if we play our game, we should be fine. That was pretty clean, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm rotating spawn. Nice.
There's your 4.
Yeah, that flash on.
I love that flash. I got kind of lucky, but also I have the support from my teammates as well to help me out.
I mean, it's a great example of teamwork right there.
Keep it up, boys. No.
I'm gonna
We killed your ulti, so they have 1 or 2 choices generally here. Either they play hard post plan or they push A-Link.
Now OREsports essentially corralled here.
And from there, we just went out the round. Good trades. Everyone hit our shots.
He's A-Link.
Nice, good retake. Great retake.
The game is TSM's to play, OREsports. Seemingly spectators.
There's a lot of mind games before the round even starts. Like literally in 5 before anyone shot a single bullet or anything like that.
Two defaults.
Push D-Link by himself.
Last player standing.
I thought someone peeking.
We lost a lot of clutches. I know that for a fact.
I'm playing safe.
We'll swing right side together. Yeah. You'll bait me, okay? I'm going first.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I wanted to hold like wider, and I pinged where I was holding. I wanted them to hold wider with me.
Walking up. Peeking. I'm going wide. I'm going hold this.
Last player standing.
Oh, fuck.
He angle isolated me really well and hit the shot on me, and then I left Corey in 1v1, so it's a mistake of my end for sure. I should have just held tighter and followed Corey rather than have Corey come to me. I overcomplicated it essentially.
Clutch.
119.
It's all about micro mistakes. Like that was a very like you had a good macro idea, but like the micro losses the round.
You got me.
Last player standing.
Killjoy from B.
NT.
you lose that round, but then you learn from it, right? You adapt, and then you win the next round.
2-2.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Oh, I'm just getting fucked. Wait. I'm drinking water. If I die,
They have to learn to adapt from your adaptations and so forth, right? So it goes up and down for that reason.
He's spawn on me. Short.
Last player standing.
2v1.
Just like adaptation on adaptation on adaptation. It's like what we think they're thinking, essentially, and how we can counteract what we think they're thinking. I know it's like complicated, but yeah.
It's also not just about like what the enemy team is doing, but also what we have been doing.
Everyone watch sewer. Don't run away. We don't watch sewer together.
You kind of have to figure out what hasn't been working for you and what has been working for you. Wait, let's see it. NT.
And then it's all mind games, all like trying to be one step ahead. Essentially, is all it is.
TSM are knocking on the door of a victory here.
He's not smoking.
They smoke 2.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Nice.
The goal is like to give information to Ant, and from there Ant needs to take this information and be able to come with a great like macro idea, and from there make a call based off of that.
I don't think Or did a really good job at adapting during our game, whereas we did.
Gonna be an aggressive push. Dell just dealt with. GMD does it again. Another 3K on the round.
Yeah, I got him. Fighting me, I think.
Nice.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Attackers win.
The score today was close, but I felt like we were in control most of the game.
I think the whole entire game, like obviously I love OREsports, like no toxicity or anything, but like I think we had like a good read on them. We knew exactly what they're doing every time.
I think our coach read into like the Haven pick that they were gonna do, and because of that, we impacted a lot.
We're very prepared for like everything they do. I don't think they did anything like really tricky or anything like that, and so as a result, it's just like we just played to what we know, and they played how we expected it to play, and then as a result, we're just like ready for whatever they did.
Even if they didn't pick it, it's possible that we would have picked it. I knew for sure we were gonna pick Split.
Split's actually like one of those maps I think comp-wise it plays out super well for us, like almost perfectly. Because I know Johan's like a really aggressive player, loves playing Jett. Corey loves Raze, right? Nature loves playing Viper as well, actually.
It all fits our playstyles. It all fits our agents. It all fits like kind of just how the team works, and it just feels really good for us.
We had a lot of really good skins.
Yeah,
we were owning Split.
Yeah, we were owning Split, so we were we had like we were really confident going to Split.
Double Duelists, the dive. Looking quick for both sides.
Pretty much a mirror matchup, and we'll see who's better prepared.
I mean, the easy answer is like we thought we'd just beat them now. We thought we'd probably 2-0 them, hopefully. Very confident, no ego.
Yeah, I mean, I came in also like expecting a 2-0. It felt like we were gonna come in there and just own, and that's kind of what we did.
Drop yours. Grab me. 30 toxin.
I'm holding screen.
Not through.
Try harder.
Go around.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
We started playing like very slow.
Nice.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm on this. Go. Nice!
Fucking Raze, we won the game!
TSM are looking to take this one with dominance, it seems.
Wow.
And then I remember one round we sped it up.
Let's go.
Blind, he's blind.
That worked really well for us. I think we just ran him over basically.
As TSM just run through this defense. But there's still more work to be done for TSM. Shoot.
Player standing. Clutch.
I'm blind, heaven.
The majority of the attack rounds that we lost were due to just kind of like micro mistakes.
Okay, I do remember a lot of tragic scenarios like that happening. Yeah.
It was kind of tragic.
We have no time for this. Might be a save. We have no money. Save. We just played it individually poorly.
Last player standing.
Here's knives. Nice try.
The duels go the way of OREsports. So does the round, and the half is the best they could have gotten.
Overall, I think our util use on defense is just like really good.
B and Mel.
I'm
moving here.
upside me.
Yeah, like the kind of trio of like me, Eric, and like Corey.
I'm just looking.
I'm holding. Then we also have who can just like also lock it down.
Get on it. These guys are too easy to read.
Spike planted.
Nice. I think we just play it really well in general. I think Nick is extremely good at playing Viper, on defense especially. And he's very, very oppressive.
One down.
One's on site.
Spike down A.
Gives the effect that like nothing just kind of like nothing is working kind of thing.
You can't take anything at all.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
I'm picking him wide.
Nice. Defenders win.
Bro, remember what? Am was playing for the other team in this half. I'm not gonna lie. Am was playing for the other team this entire.
If anything, throughout the game, we're probably just saying stuff like they're bad, kind of a thing, right? Unironically saying that, and so like we all like very confident. We all know like we're better players, we're better team.
More worse for wear, and that'll do it. TSM. They bet the
I can see why it like went in our favor because I feel like it'd be pretty hard to play against us.
The more you play them, the more you learn their habits. The more you play them, the more you learn what they do, what they condition, or whatever, like how they've been playing. The better team, the more experienced team would be able to punish what you know about them as the more you play them throughout the map.
Congratulations again on the win. You guys obviously now make it into the mid-season face-off. Best of luck in your final week, but
it's very, very crucial we made MSI. So we're definitely very happy about that. But I think overall, like I'm more focusing on our next game because our seeding definitely does matter. We want to get the best seeding we can get.
We're probably gonna give it our all because it is possible to get second seed. I think
the whole point of this whole entire like challengers circuit is just to get points for your for the chance to play on Ascension tournament, right? So you want to use your matchups if you can, which require us to get a better seeding, which require us to hopefully win more games. I think for sure there's a big question mark how good DSG is right now, like genuinely, and how good we are.
I think we equal pretty well in skill.
I think a lot of teams probably compare us to be very similar teams right now.
You can see why they made it this far.
It's gonna be definitely a good game. Practice split rather than like bad split because it seems like their split wasn't very strong. I think they got like 13-6 for whatever team they play against. Like, hey, we've been owning them A every single round. They're not gonna go A this round, so they're gonna go B. So I mean, a lot of it is.